intelligence have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract, Vampire Magician contract, set in Paris. And the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of GTA Girl 478. So on to our briefing, short and sweet. The Vampire Magician has returned. So moving on to our targets, and we have 5 of them today. 1 must be eliminated with a fire axe, 1 in a fall accident, 1 with a letter opener, 1 with a screwdriver, and 1 with a falling object. All must be eliminated whilst wearing the Vampire Magician disguise, and we cannot be spotted. We must only get headshots, no pacifications, no recordings, and targets only as our objectives. So for today's challenge, we will be starting undercover at the Iago auction, and we're going to have a spare gun stored up in the top floor bathroom, along with our silenced pistol and our ever trusty lockpick. So right from the start and off the bat, we're just going to vacate the auction here and make our way through into the attic. We're going to pick up a few items along the way. First of all, we're going to go and collect our spare weapon. We're going to use this as a distraction. So out of the window, into Dahlia's bathroom, retrieve the Rude Ruby, and then back into the attic. Now also in here we will be able to pick up a screwdriver and a fire axe, both of which we need. So first things first, we're going to need the Vampire Magician's outfit. So we'll just grab that screwdriver there. We're going to hop over the back here, just avoiding our target and his colleague. So just make sure they're not looking when you hop along this way. So we're going to make our way right to the empty room at the back of the attic here. And just behind the statue, we will find the Vampire Magician outfit. And with that in hand, we can now retrace our steps, grabbing the fire axe from the cabinet there along the way. So we're going to head back to the target we've just passed, and we're going to wait again until they have their backs to us, and we're going to hop back over the crate in front of us here. We're just going to drop our fire axe here on the floor for the moment, make sure neither of the guards are looking, and then we're going to go and place our Rude Ruby on the floor next to those boxes, but not too close. I've actually dropped mine a little too close, and you'll see what happens. When the guards come over, it takes the guard here a few moments to notice the gun. In fact, he doesn't notice it until he's actually leaving. This messes up my timing ever so slightly, so he should actually by now be leaving with the gun, whilst our target makes his way back to the window to watch the fashion show. And it's at this point we would be sneaking up behind him and eliminating him. As it stands, we're just going to have to wait here and bide our time. Eventually the guard will take the gun away, although our target is not in the most favourable of positions. So we have a bit of time, so we're just going to wait him out. He will go back to that window shortly. He does have a third position for his routine, but that does require that his colleague is present. So once he makes his way back over to the window, we can then take him out with the fire axe. We're going to leave his gun on the floor there, and grab his body and dump him in the box just around the corner here. So now we're going to go and get ourselves prepared to move on. Now, I was thinking I might have enough time to get to the other end of the attic before the guard returns. As you can see, I was not quick enough, so we are going to have to wait the guard out. Now, he's going to come back and he's going to spot that gun that our target had, and he's going to take that gun to wherever he took our Rude Ruby. And when he does, all we're going to do is we're just going to follow him through the attic here. Be aware there are a couple of guards just to our right as we go over this table. Just going to wait for him to stop moving before moving around to the left over another table. We're just going to wait for this conversation to play out. It doesn't take very long, and eventually both of these guards will then move off to the right, and we can then continue on to the left. So there goes the first guard, second guard, and we can then make our way through into the far room here, and you'll see just down at the bottom of the ladder we have our next target. So we're just going to quickly slide down the ladder and push our target over the ledge there, and that's our full accident kill taken care of. We're going to move away quickly just in case anyone looks up in this direction into the office area here, where we will find on the desk a letter opener, and in the next room our letter opener melee kill target. So that's another 2 down in quick succession. We're going to leave his body right there. No one else will come into this room unless we cause substantial panic. So from here we now need to get over to the private quarters on the other side of the building, and the safest method is to go around and through the door on our left here once that guard has moved away. I'm just going to close this door here, and we're going to open the doors to the stage above the fashion show. There are 2 cameras here we need to deal with. One just off to our right there. It's a bit tricky to spot, and that's the first time I've actually managed to hit it with the first bullet. We're just going to wait for the 2 patrolling guards to make their way past, and they're going to stop about here, and we're just going to wait them out, and once they move off we can then reopen the doors and take out the camera at the far end of the corridor there. About there will do. Anybody noticed? No? So we're going to make a break for it straight behind the tech crew and through the double doors directly ahead of us. And just on our right is the private suite. This is where the shake hangs out. I'm just going to select my screwdriver and lockpick my way into the room. Our next target is the thrown screwdriver kill, so we're just going to get right in range and launch the screwdriver at his head. We're going to collect up our screwdriver. It's a useful item. We're going to hide the guard in the bedroom next door, just because we will be continuing to use this room for our final target. So once he's safely stored up, we're going to grab the gun that he drops, and we're going to place it on the carpet just behind this sofa here, around about there. That should be perfect. We're going to select our screwdriver, and we're going to open the doors to the suite there, and you can see our final target guarding the outside. Just going to wait for that guard to go past. We're going to open the doors, throw our screwdriver on the floor to get our target's attention, pull out our silenced pistol and hide behind the table. And when our target comes in to investigate, he will spot that gun. Yep, there he goes. And once he moves in to collect it, we can shoot down the chandelier on his head. And that's our final target taken care of with a falling object. So all that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape. It's not as easy as it sounds. It is easy, we've just got to be well timed. So you can see the 2 patrolling guards in the distance there. When they start to move away as part of their routine, we can then exit from the private quarters there and follow them around. We're just going to wait behind these boxes until they move off again, and when they do, we can continue on down the corridor and into the stairwell here. Just be aware of the tech guy at the top of the stairs, and then down to the basement, and one more check on the instinct, and the chefs aren't looking this way, so we can pass straight through the kitchens and to the wine cellar exit. So if the chefs aren't positioned perfectly, just wait them out like you do with the patrolling guards on the first floor. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of. We're just getting confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we have met all of our objectives, thus gaining us a Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.